There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them. There's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. The Vols will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Kentucky's offense will have the ball first. Now, guys, let's not forget, last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They'll give it to the back. Hard running there.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. And the Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll run it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming down the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the NBA.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Here's the return. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Right on the money. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Wildcats are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard line after a pickup of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He'll set up to throw. Floats it out in space. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to keep this drive alive. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical, and they showed it.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Reads it, fires complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Behind the chains now on second and long. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. To the air on first down. Out of the backfield, the running back snags it, but couldn't keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Got it done in the passing game. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. At the 45 on his way. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a second and long. He'll pull it on the read. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This time he's got it. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle. It's John. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got him still on his feet. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Right back to the well. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
With the catch, it's carry on. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo. It'll be a draw. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Got a man. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And a great job by this defense, knowing it's 3rd and short, understanding the situation, playing very balanced with their RPO, coming up, tackling the running back, forcing the 4th down.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. It's a reverse. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. Inside, and with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, and you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's carry on. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. The give to the tailback. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. So now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He breaks a tackle. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Quick strike complete. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a...
Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Vols. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense, too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They want that clock to run. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
So they picked up that last 1st down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout call by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Motion from the back. They'll go to the ground. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Rides the back on the option to give. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Off-play action on first down. The short hands, it's Davis. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A first down for the offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
They'll run the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the offense is content with where it is.